Hello guys, so I'm going to walk you guys through 1.4 and how this is going to work. So you want to go into Google Maps and choose anywhere in Rowland Heights that you want to give people directions to. So this is the piece that I've chosen of our city here, and I've taken a screenshot and then inserted that screenshot onto my document. Okay, now the big thing is we need to figure out when you take your screenshot, big important detail. When you take your screenshot, make sure that this piece over here, okay, down over here, not the Explorer, this piece down here, okay, our 200 meters is included. That is your scale. Make sure that that is included in your, oh, there we go. That's cool. Make sure that 200 meters is included in your screenshot. You need that to show me to do this properly. Okay, so here we go. Let me take that off. So if you look at my sample here, I do have that 200 meters over here as well. So what we want to do first, and what you probably did with index cards with activity 1.3, is we need to figure out how big is this 200 meters. So I'm going to, for you, I would just use an index card or a piece of paper, even use your tracker and just hold it up against the screen and mark off how large that 200 meters is. So I'm going to make a square since I'm doing this digitally on how big that 200 meters is. So that is that big when I'm zoomed in. Oh, actually, I can't do that right now. I need to zoom back out to 100. Okay, I'm going to zoom out to 100. This is regular size. Now I'm going to make my square. So make sure that when you do this on your index card or when you do this on your paper that you are at your 100 zoom here. Do not be at the 55, the fit size. It needs to be at the 100. So I'm going to insert my square. Again, you guys are just using a piece of paper or an index card just to make these little lines right here to show how big 200 is. Okay, so I click on it. I'm not quite right, so you want to get it to the right size. Again, do this when it is at 100. I'm going to make mine nice and bright and obnoxious so that we can find it easily. Nope, that didn't work. There we go. And then I want to do my fill to yellow as well. Okay, now that I have it set to the proper size, I'm going to zoom in for just a minute. And I want to mark where, so that's 200 meters, but I also want to mark where the 50 is, okay, or where my 100, where the halfway is. So I'm going to draw a line. It actually gives me that. So right here is half of that 200, okay. I'm going to make it a little bit darker for myself and easier to see for us, okay. And the magic of computers, I'm going to group those so that they stay together for us. Okay. So again, you don't need to go through this much detail. All you need to do is make sure it's set to 100 and then use a piece of paper and just mark where that each one of those edges of the 200 is. All right, so now let's start. I'm going to start at Rowland High School. That is going to be my starting point right here. So my distance, I need to figure out my distance. I'm actually going to head over this way. Okay, so here is my Rowland High School. I'm going to start it right at the street. Okay, so there is my 100, basically right at that O, and then I'm going to pull it over. And right in that red line is exactly where I want to go on that street. So you got to take them there like you would be driving, okay? So I had 100, and now I had 200 meters. Now I have an additional 100 meters. So 200 plus 100 gives me 300 meters. Okay, so I'm going to go 300 meters. Do not forget your units. Which direction am I going? I am going west. What is my new reference point? So let me move that out of the way. My new reference point is I am at the corner of Honore Street and Nogales. Okay. How do we know it's Nogales? Look further up, and there's the name of our Nogales Street if you don't know where you're at. So now I am right here at this intersection. Okay. I'm ultimately trying to get to New Garden. That's where we're heading. Okay. So I now need to go. I don't know my distance yet, but I do know that I want to go north. So I'm going to fill in my north. I want to go north and I want to get to, this time I'm going to turn. So you have to turn your paper. I have to turn my square. You need to turn your paper, set it up on the edge of that measuring piece is at the corner right there. So there's my 200. I'm going to flip this up. There's another 200. So 200 plus 200 is 400. Then I'm going to pull this up again. Wow, look at that. 200, 200, 200. So that gives me 2, 4, 600. So I'm going to go 600 meters north. My new reference point is the corner of Colima and Nogales. But I forgot to put on their corner. I am at the corner of Colima and Nogales. So now, again, I want to get over here to New Garden. So I need to take my square, turn it around, line it up at that corner now, again. So there's one, so that's 200. There's another 2, so that's 400. I'm lining it up right on the edge. And look at that again, basically right at that halfway mark. So I had 200 plus 200 is 400 plus a 100 because I'm at that halfway point. That's my 100. 200, 400, 500 for my 100. So I am at 500 meters. I went west. My final point is New Garden. Hope this helps. Again, you do not need to do the square on here that I've used. Just use a tiny piece of paper or your index card to mark this 200 and measure it from there. Good luck. You got this.